Hello, Stampers. How are you guys tonight? It is, oh my goodness, it is May 25th, 2022. I am Jennifer Kirk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Guelph, Ontario. I am just gonna get set up here on my iPad. I always mean to do this before I go live, and I never do. Oh, I found me. That's probably why. Because otherwise it takes forever to find me. So how are you guys? Happy Wednesday. Woohoo. I'm just checking if I can see comments. Oh, you can see my lovely table. Make sure you leave a comment if you're here so I can, I know you're watching. Hopefully tonight will go okay. My internet seems to be really slow, so please let me know if you're having any issues, okay? So we are going to play with this Brewed for You bundle. I love it. I'm having so much fun playing with it. And we're going to make this fanciful card. I can't remember who I saw this from, so I'll try and find the video that inspired me for this so I can post it and give credit. But I forgot to write down her name, and now I can't find it. So it's really super simple, and it shows off our beautiful DSP. So we're going to make this card, okay? And it's just used as a piece of cardstock just to give it a little bit of structure because the DSP is pretty thin. But isn't this cute? So we're going to make it, hey, Linda, how are you? Oh, I'm glad you like the bundle. So we're going to make this same card. We're just going to change up the color and the DSP. So this DSP is from the host set in the new annual catalog, and this is an awesome deal. I can't remember the price, but there's so much paper in here, and the colors are gorgeous. Oh, I got to turn off my volume. Hold on. I thought I had muted it, but I hadn't. So I can hear me in the background. That must be annoying. Okay. So this is the host set. This is the paper I used on this card. But this time we are going to use the paper from the Sun Prints set. So I have a piece of DSP here that we're going to use. I love both sides of this. So we're going to give it a go in these colors. So let me get organized. I'm going to put this off to the side so I remember what I'm doing. Because, you know, it's one of those days that I just don't know that I'm going to remember what I'm doing. Okay. We need a pencil and we need our DSP. So you want to decide what color you want on the inside and what color you want on the outside. Okay. So I do have a piece of Pacific Point. I wasn't sure if I should use Pacific Point or Starry Sky, but I think the Pacific Point looks better with this. It contrasts a little bit more. So we're going to go with that. And I decided I wanted this on the outside and the stripes on the inside. So if you want it the other way around, then you're going to measure down here. Okay, but right now we are going to, actually before we measure, let's score. So we're going to bring in our scoring tool and we are going to score. I'm going to have to open up our little arm here, and we are going to score at 2. This is really easy measurements to remember. We're going to score at 2. We're going to score at 4. We're going to skip 6 and score at 8. And then we are going to score at 10. Okay, so that's 2, 4, 8, and 10 that we score at. So let's move this away for a few minutes. We'll need that back. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this very well, but I am going to just, I'm going to give it a burnish. Grab my, here, I have a nicer. So for those of you that are demonstrators, were you able to do anything today other than look at the new catalog that's coming? Woohoo! One of the perks of being a demonstrator is that you get to see the catalog early. So all I'm doing is I'm just doing like a little Z fold, I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. So the inside fold will go on in, and this fold is gonna come out. Okay. Did I want it this way? I don't think I want it that way. I think I want it this way. I'm gonna change my mind. If you change your mind, all you have to do is burnish the other way. Make up your mind, Jen. I thought I wanted it the other way, but when I see it, I don't. It's too stripey for me. All right, so I want it this way. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place this off to the side. I'm going to grab my pencil, and I am going to measure down 2.5 centimeters. Now, you're not going to be able to see it very well on the blue, neither will I, so I'm going to do it. Let me get this organized. This is the top. I'm going to do it 2.5 to here. Okay, so, and I'm just going to put a little pencil mark. So 2.5. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side at 2.5. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is I am going to cut from the 2.5 to the first score line. Okay. So it's going to be hard for me to see with this paper and this light, but I'm putting the pencil mark in the score line. I'm putting the paper in the score line right in the middle of the track, and then I'm just going to give it a cut. And you do need this piece, so don't lose it. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So the 2.5 up to the score line. And there we go. Okay, so this piece of paper is actually, it's 5.5 by 12. Now, after we've done this, what we want to do is we just want to take we want to put it down instead of to 5.5, we wanted to put it to 5 1/4. And of course, I'm not going to be able to see this because my line isn't lining up. All right, I think that's 5 1/4. There we go, 5 1/4. Okay, and we're just going to give it a tiny little trim. Okay, so I just took a tiny piece off. It's just so that you don't have to do this. It's just so that it centers a little bit better. Okay, so here we go. We are getting there. I'm folding it the wrong way again. See how that, now you can see that? And what we do with these is we actually glue them down here, and it makes a little diamond. Isn't that cute? See how easy that is? All right. When will the hard copies for the mini and celebration be mailed to us? Hey Sharon, how are you? They will go with the mailing sector that for our customers, so they'll be sent out in bulk mail in June, I think. Let me check on that. I know I like a hard copy too. I don't like having I don't like looking online. But let me double check. We can, as of June 1st, we can order our hard copy, but you will get a free one as well. It's so exciting. But there's also the last chance sale that's on again. So that will start June 1st for everybody. And there's some amazing, amazing deals. So I'm hoping that I can get to posting that tonight. I'm actually not feeling very well, so I'm not sure how I will do after I finish this video. So I may not get to it tonight, but it's on my list to do. So I'm hoping, oh my goodness, did you see what I just did? I turned it around the wrong way. No, I didn't. This is the way I want it. I'm getting all confused. I think that looks okay. It better because I can't really switch it up now. It won't work. Yes, we're doing it this way. Oh boy, it's gonna be one of those days. Good thing it's almost over. Okay, so I'm just gonna get out my seal and I'm just going to attach this guy to the card base. So I'm using this card base just so it gives it a little bit of stability. I gotta get my head over so I can get it on here straight, especially because I can't wiggle because it's not glue. I think that's straight. Hopefully that's straight. Hey Chris, how's it going? Oh, I'm glad you love the card. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to decorate. So I have a piece, this is for the inside of our card, and this is 3 3/4 by 5. So we're gonna stamp that a little bit later. So I'll just set that off to the side. These are my new go-tos. If you don't have them, you need them. This is called the, I don't remember the name of them, Stylish Shape Dies. So you get circles, banners, squares, and I seem to be using them all the time. So I wanted to make like a little table kind of thing, and put our beer bottles and stuff on them, but it makes it look like it's kind of floating. So I thought I'd bring in a little bit of a tablecloth, and I'm gonna put a little tablecloth down here at the bottom. And then we're gonna get doing our, okay, which one do we want? If we're going like this, do we want a striped tablecloth? Or do we want, I think we want this one. What do you guys think? That one? Okay, let's do this one. The Facebook leg is too long for me to wait. I'm not patient. All right. So you could theoretically do this on an angle as well. I didn't like that it wasn't centered, that it was different dimensions. I kind of need a rectangle or a rhombus to fit on here. So that would have bothered me. So I'm doing it this way. Just in case you wanted to try it. Okay, so what I've done is I have die cut a bunch of things out already, and I stamped some of them. I'll show you how to stamp. So because this is photopolymer, it's really easy to line straight up and stamp on a die cut, okay? So I did these in advance so you didn't have to sit here and watch me line it up and struggle on camera. But really all you do, now it'd be easier for you because I'm not, this might be crooked because I can't get my head over top of it because the camera's in the way, but you just bring it right down. And then you pray. Yay, it worked. All right, so I'm just going to give this a clean because otherwise I'll stick my fingers or my card in it. And then we're just gonna fill up our wine. So I'm gonna do a glass of red wine, and I will use Mary Merlot. Now I do want to stamp it off, just because it's a little dark. I'm bringing up some scrap here because I want to keep this, try and keep this pretty and not have yucky stuff on it. So all I'm going to do is ink up with my Mary Merlot, and see how rich that is? I mean, that would look stunning too, but I didn't really want it that dark, so I just stamped off once, and then I'm going to just line up the wine in the bottom and give it a stamp. There we go. And then I'm going to clean this. I really should have done my white wine first instead of my Mary Merlot one. But you know, it is what it is. Just clean your stamp pad really well. I'm going to just make sure I don't have any pink left on there. And let's grab a Daffodil Delight. Uh-oh, my dogs are starting to bark. And I'm going to stamp off on that. And just like that. Okay, and then we're gonna grab our crushed curry, and we're gonna do the same thing with the beer. Uh-oh, hopefully you guys can't hear my dogs. They're upstairs playing, having fun, but making a lot of noise. There we go. I could have done, you know what? I want the beer a bit darker, so I'm not gonna stamp off. See how easy it is to line it up? Yeah, that looks more like an amber. All right. Okay. So we've got our wine. Now I did kind of want, I don't know, the glass was bothering me a little bit, so I brought in my basic gray pencils and I just added a little bit right where the shadows are, just so it wasn't so white. Doesn't make a big difference, but I think it adds just a little touch to it. You can barely see it, but so I did that on all of these. I'll do it really quick. You don't have to color the whole thing. It's just really just kind of adding a bit of, I don't want to use the word shadow. It's just a little bit of depth to it, I think. Okay, do you see the difference? Like there's not a lot of difference, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just picky. I could just be picky. You don't need to do this. You may not want to do it like me. It looks like a 2-year-old colored this. It's okay. I'm trying to hurry so you guys don't get bored. Okay, and then I kind of wanted to do the same thing and add a little bit of shadow here. Now, we don't have a Mary Merlot, so I am using the cherry cobbler, and again, it just adds that little tiny bit of depth, I think. Okay, and then the Daffodil Delight. Now you don't have to do this. I liked it. You could blend it. You could add a little bit of water and blend it, but I'm not going to. I'm just adding a little bit, just like that. Cute. Okay, so now we're ready to put together the front of our card. So before I glue these, I kind of want to get the positions for them and then figure out where I'm going to put my sentiment. So I want my sentiment right across the top. I'm going to use the same one I did before, another round for your birthday. Let me get this out of the way. Are you guys with me still? Sorry, I'm totally ignoring you. I'm concentrating. Okay, and I'm using Pacific Point. You could use any of the blues that are in here. So there's Night of Navy, Starry Sky. I just use the Pacific Point because it's the color of my card base. But hopefully this is straight. Any of the blues would work. There we go. And let's close this before my fingers are in it. And let's put these guys together. So I'm going to pop up the beer. And I do want them kind of overlapping. We don't really want them lined up, right? So I'm kind of staggering them a little bit. So let's grab our glue. And so I hope all of you guys were okay with that storm that we had on the weekend. It was a little scary. Lots of damage. They're still trying to repair some of it. But hopefully everyone was fine. And okay, staggered. We're out on the water. We almost didn't get off. It was a little frightening. But we made it. Okay, I'm just grabbing my dimensionals. Brand new pack because I can't find my used one. And I'm just going to pop this guy up. Easy peasy. All right. One more? Oh, no, that's good. I could put one. If I was going to mail this, I would put another one in there and just make sure it didn't collapse on me. And then I'm just going to put it just like that. So when we attach this to the front of our card, we want to make sure that we're only putting adhesives on the half, the left half. Okay, because we want the card to open like this. Okay, so I'm just going to get some adhesive, if I can find where I put it, and I'm just going to put it on half of this. So that's 1, 2, and that should be good. Okay, and we'll close this, make sure everything is straight. I'm just holding down the flaps and making sure that my square is straight, and then I'm going to stick it down. Okay, you don't want to go all the way up to the top because you don't want that to be sticky. And there's the front of our card. So you'll notice that on this one, I put a wine jug here. We don't have the color. I wish we had ink to color that in. So what I did was I cut out another bottle, okay? And I'm just gonna cut it as if it's, you know, a meniscus on here. Can you tell? Like kind of a semicircle. Now I didn't like on this one that it was just plain. So I tried to emboss this one with the, what is it called? The splatter, Stripes and Splatters embossing folder. So let's give it a haircut. So I'm going to just cut it as if it's been drunk out of. Okay, trying to get kind of the curve to go with the bottle. And then I'm just going to add a little wink. I'm not going to paint the whole thing. I just want a little glimmer, just to show that it's kind of wet. I'm just going on the raised spots. And so for you that are demonstrators, were you able to find the new caddy? Isn't it exciting? I thought it was Christmas. I was like, my wish list is way too long again. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to get a second job. All right, so we're just going to stick that right on there. And there we go. We've got a partially full bottle of wine. I was leaving a door halfway to my car when it started. I was soaked in less than a minute. Oh, I can believe it came down hard. Hard, hard, hard. Hopefully you're okay driving. Well, obviously you're okay driving because you're here. Okay, so I'm going to stick this here, and it's going to act as kind of a clip to hold the card shut, because you can see the card doesn't shut very well. So I'm going to stick this down here. I'm only going to put dimensionals at the bottom, and then I can use it to tuck the card under. Okay, so let's do that. We had to, so where we have our boat, the driveway is very narrow, and so is the street. So we have to back our boat down the street. And my poor son had to get outside to direct my husband and to make sure the traffic doesn't come from any of the side streets while we're backing down. And he was, so we couldn't even see the boat out the back of the window. That's how hard it was raining. I forgot to do the pencils on here. So I'm going to do the same thing. I should have done this before I glued it. I'm just going to add all of this. And there we go. Okay, so it just clips in just like this. Oh, you know what? Did I put a dimensional up too high? No, I didn't. There. I was just not coordinated. Isn't this cute? And it's so easy, eh? It's just so much easy. Okay, so now we have the inside. So we are going to put, I have the oat ale, yes. So I'm going to stamp that in Pacific Point. And we'll stick it right here. And you could decorate the inside however you want. I am going to steal a stamp from this charming sentiment saying, wish you the happiest of birthdays. And I'm going to just put that right along the top here. Oops, I put too much ink on there, but that's okay. It shouldn't make too much of a mess. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Heather. All right, so we just have one more bottle of wine here, or beer. I don't know which one. Beer. It looks more like beer. So we're going to have another jug of wine. And we're going to color in the glass. Now, because I have the wine coming halfway up, I don't need to color the whole thing because it'll be covered. Okay, and then we're just going to glue this. And I think I'm going to actually give this one a little trim. I didn't do it on the last one, and I like to see the lines of the bottle. So I'm just giving it a little tiny trim, and then I will take my wink. Now there is a splatter or a bubble stamp, so I could have just bubble stamped this, but I wanted to see what this looked like. I need a new wink. All right, we're just gonna glue that down. We're almost done, guys. This is a really super simple, no, I guess I did a lot of the cutting beforehand, but it's still a simple card. And I think it's kind of cute, but I am a little jealous. I'm not jealous, biased. Okay, so I'm just gonna stick this guy down for the inside. You can make this a gift card holder too. That would be kind of cool. Put a little envelope at the bottom and put a gift card in here. But it's a lot of fun. Okay, so we have bottle here, that there. We open it up. I think I want to put the bottle here. Like, we could put it here, but then we don't have a lot of room to write. So if you're not a big writer, then it would look good there, I think. But I like to write, so I'm gonna just stick it off to the side. I should probably have put a table down here, but, and I don't think, let's see, can we stick it on the front? Probably not, eh? I don't think it'll, no, that looks funny because you can only see the bottom, so that won't work. So we can either just stick it here or stick it here. Let's stick it there. I think if I got a tablecloth down here, it would be fine, but otherwise it's kind of bothering me that it's just sitting on nothing. So I'm now gonna just stick it right here. I can write around that. There. What do you guys think? Do you like it? For some reason this is getting stuck. Oh, I know why it's getting stuck. It's getting stuck in there. There we go. Cute, eh? Which one do you like better? The blue one or the purple and pink? I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me. Do check out, I have a class posted. Registration closes next week. It's all masculine cards. There's 3 fun folds. And it's using the He's the Man suite, or He's All That suite. So do check that out. Registration is $22 and it includes half a pack of DSP and some embellishments, as well as the 4 card kits and step-by-step. It is a class to go, so there's no Zoom. You just do it whenever you want to do it. And keep your eyes posted for the last chance sale. So it starts June 1st. Some of the stuff will go really fast. So it's the January to June mini catalog. The stuff in there that is retiring, it will be last chance only. So when it's gone, it's gone. They won't be getting any more in. Some of the dies and some of the stamp sets are really discounted. Like there's some dies that are 50% off. So make sure you check it out. Get your wish list ready for the 1st. And get your shopping in before it's gone, because there's some really gorgeous stuff there that is an amazing, amazing price. Other than that, oh, only one week left for the In Color starter kit. So if you're not already a demo and you have a wish list that's, you know, around $100, you want to take advantage of this, because you can get all of the In Color stamp sets. That's 5 stamp sets, a pack of this grid paper, a pack of the In Color glimmer paper, and something else. What am I missing? I always miss something. It'll come to me. But you get all of that for free, like on top of, so you get to pick $165 worth of stuff. You pay $135, no shipping. You get a free paper pumpkin. You get all of the in-color stuff that I have listed on my website, and you get to join our team. And we have so much fun stamping together and creating together that I really hope you take advantage of it. So it ends at the end of May. So you only have 1 week left to take advantage of that. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and we will see you next week. Bye for now. Thanks for joining me. Take care.